Hello guys, in this video I'm going to talk about how to do load balancing in the microservices and how to use ribbon for a client-side load balance. So imagine we have two services, service A and service B, and the Eureka for service discovery. Service B is calling service A, so it's calling Eureka for service A, and service A has multiple instances on Eureka. So that's the basic setup we have. So there are, as you can see, there are multiple instances of A on Eureka. So if you use a traditional load balancer like a F5 or HA proxy like that, the problem with that is in microservices we have like multiple microservices and multiple instances of each service. It becomes, if you use a traditional load balancer, it becomes a single point of failure. That's why it's better to prevent this. We use ribbon for client-side load balancing. So client-side load balancing basically involves having a client, in this case service B, look up all the service instances from Eureka and caching the physical locations locally on the client side. So basically service B wants to call service A. What it does is it gets all the physical locations from Eureka for service A, all the instances, and it caches locally on service B. So we're using ribbon on the client side. So the benefit of doing this is even if Eureka goes down, we still have the physical locations of instance A on the client side. Every so often, ribbon checks Eureka to see if there are any changes. I think the default time is around 30 seconds or so. So instead of each time when service B calls, instead of calling Eureka and getting service A each and every time, it does it only once every 30 seconds because it has local cache. So the other advantage of doing the client-side load balancing is so say when ribbon notices an issue with one of the instances, it removes that instance from local cache and prevents any future calls to that service instance. For example, in this case, if it notices, hey, instance 1, which is here on the top, is not responding well, or it's down. Once it notices that, it prevents the future calls to that instance. So we don't exhaust our resources, or threads getting tied up, not responding, not getting anything back. So it prevents that. So how to do this in Spring Microservices? It's very easy. The first thing is Spring Cloud already has a built-in support for this. All we have to do is turn it on. So I'll show you how to do this. Very simple. The first and foremost thing is go to your Bootstrap YAML file. In this case, I have application YAML for demonstration purposes. So see, this is the client. This is in this picture. This is client B, service B. That's where we have ribbon, client-side load balancing. Where you go to your Bootstrap YAML and where you specify Eureka configuration, client-side configuration, make sure you set this fetch registry to true. What this does is basically it tells Eureka, hey, get all the instances from Eureka and cache them locally. So that's the first thing you got to turn it on. The second thing you have to do is on your main application class, you do this. You create a bean with the REST template. So as you can see, this is just a REST template returning a new REST template. You got to add two annotations. One is load balanced. So this automatically gets ribbon, enables ribbon, and then we need a bean annotation. That's the second thing. So the third thing, and the third and last thing, is basically whenever you're calling service A, whenever you're calling Eureka, basically you're calling service A using Eureka. What you do is you auto wire the REST template. When you do this, Spring automatically injects the ribbon enabled REST template. That's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. Now you have a client side load balancing. And then when you call this, now when you call the service A, it's automatically getting all the instances from ribbon, and it keeps track of like how the instances are responding and caches them locally. That's it, guys. So I'm gonna, in the description below, I'm gonna add my blog post on this as well. Thank you.